Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about my cabin crew experience, interview experience with Indigo Airlines. So as I said, I went for the Indigo cabin crew interview, and I would say that I did pass all the levels, but I was rejected. Yeah, that seems confusing right now, but I'll explain. So I went to the venue, and the interview was supposed to start at 9:30, but it started at 11 o'clock, about 11:30, and they asked for us to come for JD. So I did go for the first round itself because I don't want to get more late. So I just went for the first round, and the first ma'am was there. Her name was Pavitra, something like that, and the location was in Kochi, by the way, in the Ginger Hotel, that's in MG Road. So the first level was JD, and they asked a common question for all of us, and the question was, why cabin crew? So there were a total of 12 members who went into the first level, and only 4 of them were selected, and one of them was me. So the answer that I gave was, I want to become a cabin crew because my skills are these and that, communication skills, and I'm very good at that, and being a cabin crew require these skills, so I'm good at that. Actually, they don't really check what you say, they just check how you say, the pronunciation, the way you speak, that's it. So that was a JD round, and everyone was given chance to speak, and like in a minute, and after that they call out our 4 names, and the rest of were told to leave for the day, so they left, and we were asked to wait for the second round that was happening very early because it was a very next step, because it was going to first, the interview was going to first, like the second level was communication checking round, that personal interview, but it is virtual. So she opened a laptop for us. Before that, actually, she checked our BMI, our weight and height, only our weight and height, and checked the BMI, and she told us to wait, and they opened a laptop and connected with some people, and her name was Bhavna, something like that, yeah. And I was the 4th member for the interview. So the questions that they asked were, first introduce myself, then I did, then she asked to tell about my family, I did, then she asked me to tell a daily routine of someone in my family, and she told me that you can talk about your sister, and I was like, my sister is not here, she's in Australia, so I can't talk about her, I don't really know her day, so I'll talk about my mother. And she's like, okay, fine, just talk about it. And I talked a lot, and I was talking, and she told me to, yeah, okay Drisha, that's fine, and asked me like what would I like to change about my mother's daily life, what would you like for me to change, to give a change for my mother's life. And I was like, I would like to give more like adventure, and like I want her to do more things that she loves, like that. And the next question that I asked was Hindi, and she asked me if I know Hindi. I don't really know Hindi, but I said yes very confidently, because Hindi is required for being a cabin crew. And I was like, हाँ मैम आती है, हिंदी आती है. और after that she asked me कैसे आती है हिंदी, how I know Hindi. And I said बचपन से स्कूल में पढ़ाई था, और फिर मैं बेंगलुरु से 3 सालों से सेटल था मेरा डिग्री के लिए, इसलिए मैं ऑटोमेटिकली studied. I told her that like that, and she was like, okay Disha, fine, you can wait outside, the result will be published soon. And I went outside and I think we just waited for like 1 to 2 hours, man. It was such a long time. I was starving. I was ready, and my house is in Idiki, so I have to travel for 2 hours to get to the venue. And I woke up at 5:45, and I just had a tea. That's it. And I had no food till 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. So after that, I was starving very much, but still, I don't know if I would miss if they called again, so I didn't go. And after like 1.5 2 hours, they came back, and she announced the result, and I got it. For the second, I passed the second round, and they asked for BMI again, and they asked us to remove all the stockings and come. And so we removed our stockings and came, and she checked my weight again, height again, and she checked my BMI and if it's the ratio is good or not. And she checked my eyesight, if I have color blindness. She told me to spot some like colors and to read something. That's pretty easy if you have good eyesight. She asked me if I have lens, which I don't have, so I should know. And she looked my legs, if I have any scars. I had a small scar that I got when I was a little child, and she was like, yeah, that's okay, that's fine. And I have this scar. The acne scars were all hidden with concealer. The only thing that's popping out was this one. I got this when I was in 1 year old or 2 year, I don't even remember. I mean, when I look at my face, I don't even see this. But they were like, what happened here? And I was like, childhood. I fell in my childhood. I don't remember clearly. And she was like, is it removable? And I was like, yeah, it is removable. I don't know if it's removable, but I said yeah. And she was like, okay, that's fine. You can just tell it's removable if they ask, if anyone else asks. I was like, okay. Everything seemed fine for them. And they asked me to smile to check my teeth. And I smiled, and they were okay. Everything was fine. And they asked me if I'm taking medication for my pimples. I mean, we are human. We all have pimples. Like, our hormones change, and there will be pimples popping up our face every day. I mean, anyways, they asked me this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm taking medical, this and that. And I left for the day and told me that you have passed this level and you can wait for the next level in the next room. So I went there, and I waited again for like 2 hours something, and they called, and the last HR ma'am came, and she was like, everybody come on fast, 8 people or 8 or 10, something like that. A group of 8 should come right now. And they called our names, and we quickly came to the room, and we were just sitting there ready for the interview. But the interviewer was like, yeah, and she was clicking photos and sending something, and it took a long time even to start the interview, even after we were in the hall. And she was like, she called one of the member and asked if she knows Hindi, and she told to introduce herself. And also on when she was saying that, she stopped her and asked her to talk the same thing in Hindi. So she was like going on, and ma'am was like, okay, bus, you can wait outside. And she checked our hands, legs, face, like thoroughly, even more than what they did earlier. We had to remove our stockings again, and she checked my legs, everyone's legs and hand, like this is everything. And she told me to like look that way, this way, up, down, and turn to see our legs. I mean, we are wearing stockings. What's the use for checking our legs after that? And yeah, they asked us to roll our sleeves. And yeah, after that, it was my chance. And I went there and she asked me, they asked me if I know Hindi, and I was like, yes ma'am. Do you? She asked me in English, so I answered in English, yes ma'am. And she was like checking everything, and she asked me where am I from. I said I'm from Idiki ma'am, and she was like, Idiki is in Karnataka, right? And I'm like, no, Idiki is in Kerala itself. Or she said, oh, Idiki, okay, fine, you can wait outside. She checked thorough, and also she asked me what is the scar, and I said that's an acne scar. It is scar, it can be good. And she was like, okay, you can wait outside. And I waited outside, and the second group went for the interview again, and everything was done. So after a while, after like 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour, they came back and called one by one, and she told me, I cleared every like level of interview, right? That's why I thought, I'm like very positive. Oh my god, I got the job. I probably got the job, because when she asked me in the last level, everything was perfect. I didn't even shutter, so I was like, everything's fine. And but I still had no hope because of the scar. I mean, I didn't think they were gonna take they were gonna take it as a big deal. I mean, it's just a simple scar. We are humans. And she was like, she called Drishya, please come. And she was like, Drishya, you got rejected because you have scars on your face. But she said it's not removable. It is removable, so you can remove it and come for the next interview. I was like, okay, thank you. So it's not about your skills, guys. It's about your appearance, more likely. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who got rejected for just their scars, for just their skin color, maybe. But it's very common in this field, and it's, let me tell you that it's very unfair. I mean, it was like lot unfair. I mean, there was another girl who had like a little scar. It was not a scar. I can't even tell you that it's a scar. It was a small scratch, and she was rejected for scar. I mean, it's very unfair, and I think Indigo should be a little bit more less stricter. But I mean, I don't know about other companies, because I don't know how they do it. But I'll just see for the next time. Let's see. But it was totally unfair for many of them. But there were people who got selected. Some girls from Manipur, Manipal, that kind of area, they have very good complexion and very clear skin. They got selected, and she was very pretty. She was so pretty. I can't say anything else. But it's still unfair for some of us. I mean, we still tried hard. I changed my weight from 42 to 52 just for this interview and for cabin crew job, to come to that ratio of BMI. And also I studied Hindi. I didn't know a word of Hindi. Like how I said, I was in Bangalore for 3 years and I still didn't know how to speak in Hindi. But now I can speak in Hindi. I studied all this for Indigo's cabin crew interview, and I got rejected for my scar, which I cannot do anything. So it's not about skills. Even if you prepare like the best, if you have a single scar that's showing, you're done for. So maximum laser it or do some kind of treatments and go for the interview. You won't get heartbroken like me, because I mean, it's not, I got rejected for my scar and not for my skill. My skill was good. So it was just unfair to think about like that. I mean, it's their loss. Let's think it that way. But I think I'm gonna try again, because I really wanted to become a cabin crew, and I know I have capability for doing that, because I just passed every level of exam and interview, so I can do it again. Maybe without a scar, I don't know if they will check my scar again, I don't know. But I have seen a lot of cabin crew who doesn't have a good communication skill and have scars on their faces, so I don't think so. But it's according to the person who comes to check. Okay, anyways, if you have any interviews coming up, all the best, and study well and prepare your Hindi. Just say your Hindi in like very fluently and like you're a pro, so that they won't be asking any more questions about your Hindi. That's the best advice that I can give you. But you will study Hindi once you join cabin crew, because it is important and you will be having a lot of naughty friends. So I mean, maybe someday I will get to be a cabin crew, but I think today is not the day. It's okay, I'll try again. So if you have any upcoming interviews, all the best for it and do well. Bye. And also, if you have any questions regarding the cabin crew interview or anything, you can just ask me in the comments and I'll do a next video about it. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe.